Hi Virgo, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net here for your February 2016 monthly reading. I apologize, my throat is always scratchy. I've been doing a lot of videos, so pardon me for having to clear my throat. So what I'm going to do is pull 3 cards for work, 3 cards for love, and then a angel card for spirituality. Let's just jump right in. So the first card we have is the Eight of Cups. So this is my card actually about walking away from something, finding out that something no longer emotionally fulfills you or is emotionally healthy and moving away from the situation. So right off, this could mean that you find yourself kind of coming to the realization that, you know what, I need a different job. Either, this just isn't, either it's like a toxic work environment, or this isn't what I want to do anymore. And this is sort of tough when it comes up in the work position, especially if like you've gone to college or you've invested years of your life getting to a certain level and you've accumulated all this experience, and you sort of get to the point where you feel like you don't have any other options. But, life is too short. And, I do encourage people to try to find emotionally fulfilling careers. I mean, I know it sometimes seems impossible if you need benefits and if you have children and steady income, and not to be cavalier about it, but at least if you really know that, gosh, this just isn't working for me, you can start to maybe take night classes or get a part-time job and then to try something else out, and just instead of taking a drastic like I quit, I'm out of here mofos, and flip people off and walk out the door. um, Start in researching other options. This can be gradual, but it can be the sort of the aha moment to go, you know what, I need to do something else, and think about it. So then we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's a bright card in this somewhat dark deck. I love this Steampunk tarot, but it does, just by the nature of it. It's dark, which I really like, but this is one of the brighter cards in the deck. So the Wheel of Fortune to me is learning to sort of stay centered as the world turns, as ups and downs happen, and life goes on around you, most of which is completely out of your control. Learning to stay centered and grounded. If you can stay at the center of the wheel, imagine, in the traditional deck, this is a wheel that's spinning, right? And sometimes you can be on the bottom and on the top and hanging on the side. But if you can stay in the middle, you're not as swayed by the ups and downs. You can sort of just calmly and ride through things without too much, it affecting you too much, without the, depths of despair and the, what is that? The agony of defeat, the beginning of the ABC Sports or something, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, that type of situation. It's just more like acceptance of how things are going. And maybe that's acceptance of, you know what, this isn't working for me anymore. Yes, and then you get your clarity. You first get the Eight of Cups, like, this isn't working. And it could just be, you want to do something a little different within your same field. It could be a complete change. Anything. Maybe your company downsizes and I'm not saying anyone's getting laid off, but then you're like, oh, you know what? This is actually a great opportunity because I really wasn't happy there. So something like that. And this is the clarity. This is okay, I've realized that emotionally this doesn't feel right anymore. But now I have my thought about what I'm working towards. I've kind of gotten rid of the emotional side of oh my God, I'm walking away from something, and the sort of anxiety that can produce, to now I know what I'm walking toward and where I'm going, and it's going to be okay because I'm clear and I'm moving there and with purpose and knowledge and a clear cut path. So that's going to bring a lot of peace of mind. So I love this. No one should be in a career that they don't like. I know it's way easier said than done, and I'm one of them, but it's not that I don't dislike my career, but it's not my passion. So I do the cards on the side, and who knows? You never know. It's like I just keep working towards things, and maybe someday I can do this full time. We'll see. Oops, now cards are dropping out everywhere. My goodness. So on to the love reading. I'm using the Crystal Visions. Sorry, it's probably really loud, this shuffling. I want them to come out. If that's the 10 of Cups, I will freak out because that keeps coming out. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Love. Oh, 10 of Wands, but that just came out. And when I shuffle, I put like one card here, one card down there. Like I don't keep these cards and then I shuffle together. So when they come up again, it's kind of interesting. So you're feeling overburdened. You're feeling weighed down right now where your love life is concerned. So maybe you're sick of having to go it alone, or maybe you feel like your partner isn't carrying their own weight, or maybe you're just feeling this way and it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your partner or your love life, but it's affecting it. Because if you're feeling this way, it'd be a very skillful person that it wouldn't somehow affect their relationships. So this card always talks about trying to delegate, lighten your load. And it's hard. It's like, I think, we take on so much and somehow we convince ourselves that everything is absolutely necessary. But when you really start thinking about it, just because like you feel obligated or feel like you should do something, and even if you really want to do it, doesn't mean you really have to, and it's absolutely necessary. And so look for ways to lighten your load this month. Oh yeah. Because it's really causing you a lot of anxiety. So you need to have some conversations. So if you're feeling overburdened in a relationship to the point where you're worrying and you have insomnia, boy, you guys have to do something. This isn't where you want to be at all. And if just it's external and you're up worrying, it's just not going to be healthy for your home environment, just having all this stress. So I think that the real key though, I think you're feeling like, oh, I can't let anything go. You're really going to have to sort of tell yourself, hey, look, something's got to give, and I'm not a bad person for not being able to do it all. It's okay. Or maybe you're single and you are doing it all and you kind of don't have a choice. I know what that's like. That's sort of me. It's tough. There's still maybe things you can let go. There's still maybe ways to lighten your load. So really explore those. Try to actively look for things to lighten your load instead of just worrying about it. Let's look at the next card. And the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is defending yourself without being defensive. You're in a very strong position in this card. You command the high ground here. And being a wand sign, you have 2 wands here, it is a lot of passion, and you may be feeling, really stressed for some reason this month. But I think your best course of action is just to get very clear about why you need to unburden some things from your life and just present your case. Defend yourself without being defensive. Super hard to do, but write things down. Practice on a friend. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Practice several times what you're going to say. Rehearse what you're going to say, so that you can do it in a calm, non-emotional manner. And ask your partner to help you out. Maybe you guys even need to downsize, or maybe you need to, if you have a roommate, ask them for more rent, or find a different place to live. It's really not reading like a love cards in this position. So I feel like there is something that's burdening you that kind of is overclouding, that you're can't even really think about your relationship and your love life this month because you're feeling so overburdened. So I don't feel like this is a hopeless cause at all. I feel like it just is it's going to require you to speak up and just state your needs this month. So it's a little bit of a deviation from the rest of the readings that have had much more relationship oriented cards. And maybe you need to, if your partner, tell your partner they need to step up or step out if they're not going to, because if you're carrying the whole burden, that's not cool. Oops. Okay, so too many fell out, so I'm going to put them back. Oh, well, okay. That one clearly wanted to come out. This came up for someone else. Change in direction. Yeah, change is needed here. Change is needed at work. And you guys, it's okay. It's okay to be like, you know what? I need to make some changes this month, and I'm realizing it. And that is okay. Like, don't feel bad about it. It's your life. You've got to be happy and make the changes you need. So this says, the changes you're experiencing are divinely directed to your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow your path to the happy outcomes you desire. You can be happy. You don't have to be overburdened and worry. And I see you emerging here with some fire, some strength, and saying, yeah, I don't need to take this, and sort of moving on. And whoops. So there will be a decision about a change in direction, and it's definitely going to be a positive change. Again, there are babies, lots of babies. I don't know if there are just lots of children in these cards, but the theme of babies and children. So it could be inner child, it could be babies itself. I'm not sure the significance, but for some of you, it may be significant. Well, thanks for watching, and welcome the changes in your life. It's going to be okay. I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.